After this episode, if you said Mormonism was a cult, I wouldn't say you were crazy. Anyway. Interesting way to start this thing. Welcome to episode 3 of Under the Banner of Heaven series review. I really like this episode. This was my favorite episode so far. It questions things. It carries the theme of, speaking for Mormonism and speaking against it. But this episode, it carries more of the against, because it makes the Mormon people sound a little crazy. The episode digs into the Mormon history of all the old past, and we learn why why the Lafferty brothers are, about taxes, because I believe they're misreading the texts. That's mostly what is the problem here. So yeah, because and now it's like, the Lafferty side is Mormon cultish, and Andrew Garfield is the good guy. Yeah, well, that is still true. Andrew Garfield's character, Jeb Pyre, I'm pretty sure his name is a good guy. Not all of his side, so he, in a part of this episode, he talks to his pastor, right, his bishop, and the bishop's he starts talking about, the girl's baptism and all that stuff, and whenever he tries to talk about, these Mormon cultish, the Laffertys, in the case, are, going back and talking about the past. It seems to mirror what the past was. And instead of, saying, interesting, or maybe giving some insight, he's like, the pastor's like, don't go digging into the past. I ain't no historian, but I wouldn't touch those things. That, don't look to the past. Forget that, even though I feel like the past is something that, you should always look towards. In Christianity, we always look towards the Bible and, the teachings there and, what has happened over the years. We look back to that a lot. So it is not crazy to look towards the past. So when it comes to Mormonism and they don't want you to do that, I start to question it. Because that sounds a little worrying, because, our part of it might be good, but, the ancient roots might not be, in Christianity, the past is good, and this is good. I mean, from a non-Christian view, you may think we're crazy, but we ain't. So maybe I'm just an outsider, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm just an outsider. They sound crazy to me. Okay. Everyone except for Jeb Pyre, Yeah, so this, as you can tell, this episode digs more into Mormonism. I am learning more about the Mormon beliefs, and all that. So, lucky everyone. Remember when I said that I'm about to die? He didn't die. Yay! He didn't die. So thank the Lord. He didn't die. Mr. Gil Birmingham. That actor. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't die. We also got into, there's a tiny subplot, it didn't last long, but there was a subplot with, Jeb Pyre, aka Andrew Garfield's, mother, and talking about her dementia, and, thinking about putting her down, and all this stuff, and, the pastor, my pastor, was against that. While I understand it, I feel like, as a Christian, I don't think we're completely against that, even though, murder is not, I don't know, I'm just spitballing at this point. Last episode, a dog died, this episode, a child died, got shot, got, it was when they were going to the past, and there was a massacre, and a bunch of these state people going after the Mormons, we don't want your kind here, steps, and even the kid got shot, even though they tried to stop some of the other people who were, like, part of it even tried to stop it. I don't know why, when in these reviews, I go so in depth with, like, what's been happening in the story, really. But, theories, so in the story, we have gotten updates. I'm not 100% sure, but, you remember last episode when I said, oh yeah, Robin was one of them? I'm beginning to doubt that, because of things that happen. I'm like, oh, maybe Robin didn't do it. Yeah. In this episode, we got introduced to a new brother who more likely was part of it. He is we can always talk about, like, some of the Mormonism people being crazy and cultish. This man is the textbook definition. He's you probably see a picture of him on the screen while I'm doing this. Yeah, he's kind of crazy. Like, I am the angel from the Lord, and I will kill the people that the Lord speaks to me to kill. They are going against the law. You must pull out the weeds, the tares. You know, being kind of crazy, you know. And he's way more radical, and yeah, he more likely was a part of the murder of Brenda and Erica, that's the daughter's name, by the way. You know, it's like, is the name really important since she's dead, like, right at the start? Maybe, but you know, it's still nice to know. Yeah, we got to know Brenda a little bit more and what the family really thinks about her. It's like, you know, like with the culture people, it's like they're either the what? There's either bad or the good, and she's a weird gray, and we don't like that, you know. And like, and we met one of the Laffertys, and it was like, the only way to cleanse your sins is by blood atonement, which, you know, aka murder. So yeah, this episode was very, very much really good. I was really intrigued by it. I'm gonna give this episode, it's above the first two, so I'm gonna give this either a high 8 or a low 9. I'm probably gonna put a 9 on the screen, honestly. You know, we'll see. I literally just finished watching this episode, so, you know, we'll see how my thoughts lie. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Hit that comment. What do you think about it, if you've seen it, and if not, you should go see it. I highly recommend this series so far. There's 5 episodes out so far. In the last episode, like, I took so long to edit it that I said, oh yeah, there's one because there's a 4th one coming on Thursday, and there was already 5 when I posted it. So, oops. But yeah, I give this episode a 9 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.